Hello, I'm Donovan Wearne. I'm the chair of cabs 3 and 8 in Sydney and in Melbourne, cab 33. The one word I would use to describe what a member gets out of Coraggio is accountability. The difficulty in being your own boss is holding yourself to account. And it's human nature to be kind to ourselves and let things slip. We get distracted by the urgent and put off the important till later. And we like doing the things that we enjoy doing and are good at the expense of those things that take us out of our comfort zone. The discipline of the Coraggio board is that it holds its members accountable to the things that they set out that they wanted to do to make a difference in their businesses. And by keeping people on point and focusing on these priorities, it allows them to achieve things and achieve the outcomes they're looking for and to get the business improvements that otherwise wouldn't have been possible. The career highlight that stands out for me is when I joined SOCOG as employee number 44 as the program head charged with the responsibility of raising $650 million out of corporate Australia, which we ended up achieving. But the thing I want to talk about is the $120 million black hole I didn't know about, which was putting the overhead power lines underground, which government had refused to fund. And I was the guy that was given the job to try and correct it. They had to go because these things bisected the entire site. You couldn't build underneath them. They interfered with transmissions and they're obviously a navigation hazard for helicopters. So I did the deal with Energy Australia, made them a Team Millennium partner and brought in Olex Cables, which is part of the Pacific Dunlop Group, who had this new technology, which is a nylon sheath direct lay, which made the whole thing economically viable. And if that wasn't enough, we then discovered that we weren't allowed to do the infrastructure deals under our statute. So we then had to enter into a three-way agreement with government, ourselves and the asset owners. And that was another 6 months in the making, which I wasn't expecting. But it was a great outcome. So what does make a successful board? Well, I liken building a Coraggio board to building a successful or a great team. The other thing about Coraggio is that it needs to be a safe place where people can go to get fearless, objective advice with no vested interest other than helping each other be a success and then to grow their businesses. So in building this team, one of the elements that you certainly need is diversity. And by that I mean diversity of experience, background, industry, exposure, etc. But the critical elements are to develop trust and mutual respect. So it's the chair's role to create this environment where board members can learn, grow and build their businesses together and turn up hoping to be inspired and motivated by each other. And if you get these elements working together, you'll have a successful board.